Welcome to our video on making Beet Kvass at home. I'm really sold on the probiotic benefits of this drink, but I'd really encourage you to do your own internet searches on the health benefits. I did do an AI search and have copied word for word into the comments, so you may want to start there. Thanks for watching. Have a good time. This is my second video on fermented foods and drinks. And I can't really put this video up without giving the tip of the hat to the book that set me off along this path. And that book is Nourishing Traditions by Sally Fallon. I bought this book in the depths of the pandemic in 2020. I have to say it's changed how I eat and cook. First, taught me how to make kefir, taught me how to make Beet Kvass, which we'll talk about in this video. The section on cultured milk products is worth the price of admission by itself. In addition, it talks a lot about the beneficial effects of stocks, which I now spend way more time cooking than I ever used to. So if you want to change or perhaps reconsider how your family and you eat and what you do, you should think about purchasing this book. By the way, it's a cookbook too. There's lots of recipes in it, and a lot of them are very, very good. In the meantime, let's get into talking about how we make our own Beet Kvass, which is a fermented beetroot drink, really originating from Russia. And I do use the recipe from this book, which I've used the last 3 to 4 years that I have been making Beet Kvass, and I really want to share it with you, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching. These are the beets we typically use for our Beet Kvass. They are just plain old bulk beets. I think about $2 a pound, maybe a little less than that, at your local grocer's produce section. I don't go out of my way to buy organic or fine little beets. We're just planning to make a kvass out of this and ferment them. I wash them, I don't skin them, loosely wash them I should say. I just top and tail them, and then you'll see we slice them about 1/4 to 1/2 an inch thick in just regular slices. One thing I will say, in preparing your beets, it's not a good idea to shred them or chop them too finely in the hope that you're going to extract the juice better. All you may do is introduce too much sugar into the fermentation and spoil your finished drink. Kvass is actually non-alcoholic for all intents and purposes, and you really want it to stay that way to be a healthy probiotic drink. Here are our beets sliced up, ready to go into the fermenting container. Give you just a quick look to see how thick we slice them, and then we just pop them into the fermenting jar. Now, something I need to say, I'm not a big fan of plastic cutting boards, but just let me tell you, beet juice stains everything and anything, and at least the plastic boards are easy to clean off. I don't really want to try getting beet stains out of my wooden cutting board, so you might want to think about that if you're going to be slicing your own beets for kvass. Let's take a quick look at the other only two ingredients, salt and whey. Okay, here we go, final step until we just wait out our Beet Kvass preparation. On the left, 2.5 fluid ounces of whey from our last but one batch of kefir. 2 tablespoons of salt, just ordinary salt but non-iodized. Some people will tell you, oh, you have to use sea salt or kosher salt. We're just making kvass and the salt is there to stop it going bad before the fermentation process really kicks in. That's why I've said if we're not using whey, which will speed that inoculation, we'd need more salt. So I generally just throw the salt in first. In goes the whey. Just pull this forward so you can see a little bit better. And then we just top it up with purified water. This is out of my RO system. And we'll just give it a quick stir, which you won't see. And it goes on a shelf between 70 to 80 degrees. Closer to 70 is better than 80. Stirring maybe daily, and then we'll come back here in 2 to 3 days and show you our finished Beet Kvass. See you later. Okay, so 2.5 to 3 days later, our Beet Kvass is ready to be bottled and put in the fridge. This is my siphon kit, which I use also for my kombucha. One thing I will tell you, keep a strong eye on this little guy here, this hose. He's blocked in there by that for a reason. They have a habit of flying out. And I should tell you that Beet Kvass will stain everything and anything it comes into contact with. Don't ask me how I know that. But we'll watch this until it's filled up. Now, a bit like our kefir, this is the gift that keeps on giving for 2 reasons. One, when we've drained this, we'll top it back up with some extra water, add a little bit more salt, 2 tablespoons actually, and we can generate a second batch. It won't be quite as strong as this first batch, but it will be quite good. Also, if you save a little at the end and just put it in a jar in the fridge, not for drinking, you don't need to use whey like we did in the first inoculation. You can inoculate your Beet Kvass with an earlier batch and just keep going. That'll work just fine for you. So let me just make sure we don't run out of Beet Kvass here and control this pipe. Then we'll pop this into the fridge and we are done. So here's our second batch ready to go. We've topped it up with purified water. Another 2 tablespoons of non-iodized salt. We'll leave this for probably 4 days and we'll have another big jar of Kvass to go. It may not be as strong as the original batch in terms of beet taste, but it will be just fine in terms of the benefit of beets and probiotics, and it has the advantage of being free. So you really can maximize your production this way by doubling up on the beets you use and then reusing some to inoculate your later batches. Okay, so let's try a taste test. The glass in front of you has 4 ounces of the Beet Kvass in it, topped up with a little bit of purified water. So the actual Kvass was about down to here. So let's see how this batch turned out. Apart from the fact that it's not chilled, nicely beety, nicely tangy, very, very little salty. I don't like too much salt in my Beet Kvass. Now, if you're a first-time user of Beet Kvass, one thing we do need to talk about, apart from not spilling it on anything you don't want to be beet coloured, and that is beeturia. What's beeturia, you might ask? Well, you'll know if you get it because your urine changed to a very pretty colour. Doesn't happen to most people. It's only happened to me once, and that was when I drank a full glass of Beet Kvass in the heat of the Arizona summer, and then didn't drink any more water, so I became quite dehydrated. As I said, I'm not a dietitian and I'm not a medical professional, but I really do enjoy this drink, and I really think it helps the probiotic count in my gut. And we all like good gut health, don't we? I would suggest that you just go to Google and look at the health benefits of Beet Kvass and research that for yourself in deciding if you want to give it a try. But this method is inexpensive and quick, and just about anybody can do it at home. So with that, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please, I'd appreciate you liking the video and possibly subscribing to our channel, because it really does help us. Thank you very much for watching.